How could any of us Albertans forget Alison Redford, even though I'm pretty sure we all want to? You might be wondering why I'm bringing her up at all. Well, it's because there's a chance that we might get another Alison Redford if the Alberta Teachers Association, or ATA, have their way. They seem to be planning an attempt at buying memberships in the Wild Rose Party to influence the vote on unity. You see, Redford was the surprise winner of the Progressive Conservative Party leadership contest in 2011, who later went on to become Premier in April of 2012, with much of that being made possible by the ATA, a union with tens of thousands of members that she made promises to, like $107 million in restored cuts to education in exchange for votes. But by March of 2014, she was forced to step down amid spending scandals, including a $45,000 tab to Albertans to attend Nelson Mandela's memorial, using government planes to take her daughter and friends on trips, and ordering the remodeling of what was dubbed Sky Palace, a luxury penthouse suite designed for Redford and her daughter that included renovations that some estimated could have added up to millions of dollars. Of course, all on the backs of taxpayers. Redford wasn't a conservative at all. She was a blazing liberal that was brought to us in part by the ATA, who can't seem to keep their hands off any taxpayer cash that they can possibly get them on. But it seems the only way to stop this from happening again is for conservatives, real conservatives, to mobilize and vote, especially in the Wild Rose Party, where 75% of the membership must agree on unity. The latest news is that there's trouble in the party. President Jeff Callaway says that there's a movement gaining traction to vote no for unity if Brian Jean doesn't get out of the way and let the member-appointed party executive make decisions on who's appointed to make rules going forward. What's weird is that an ATA memo only encouraged joining the Wild Rose Party. So they probably know about that chink in the armor of the Wild Rose, and they'll do anything to capitalize on a divided party. A memo sent out on June 9th from Annette Forer, who's the chair of the Political Engagement Committee for Rocky View Local 35, says, "It is not often that the Local Political Engagement Committee asks you to take this type of action. But today we are inviting you to consider purchasing a membership in the Wild Rose Party of Alberta." It then goes on to cover voting for unity and later to discuss how to vote for a leader. It then states, "It is important to remember that our ATA is a nonpartisan organization. However, this is an opportunity for you to elect the person who could potentially be our next premier. Although the results of a provincial election over 2 years away are difficult to predict, we can, as teachers, make a difference. We have done this before as a group of teachers with very successful results for education." They've infiltrated parties in the past, but I don't see them trying to kneecap the NDP, do you? That's because they want to make sure that Rachel Notley, who continuously forks over what seems like an endless supply of taxpayer dollars to the education system, is here to stay. And blocking conservative unity is one way to get there. Leave it to overpaid public employees to put their own paychecks ahead of everyone else. And nonpartisan, who do they think they're kidding? They have an actual political engagement committee, and the Alberta Teachers Association website states that teachers should be aware of and engage in the political process in the province and should apply formal or informal pressure to politicians. They're not fooling anyone here, and the NDP are laughing this off. They claim that their members can't hold a membership from another party. But what they didn't mention is that they can influence unions, like they always do. We have proof of this in Alison Redford, and if that's not enough, take a look at this tweet from Alberta's Minister of Indigenous Relations, Richard Feehan, encouraging it. He knows that the ATA becoming 10-second Tories could bolster a win for the NDP next election. This is predictable behavior from the ATA. I said all of us have seen it before, and it was disastrous. All of us except Annette Forer and the ATA that claim they've been successful. I don't know about you, but my idea of success certainly doesn't include Alison Redford. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for our Rebel Canada YouTube channel so that you don't miss the other side of the story in Canadian news.